But let me ask you this. How many of you guys know right now where the nearest hospital is? Raise your hand. Okay, where is it? That's not specific. What hospital is it?
University Hospital.
I don't think that's the one I looked up. What level trauma center is it?
Oh shit, you need to hear. Fuck it, never mind.
Okay.
I actually just drove to the Pulse nightclub on the lunch break, and I saw just in front of it, there's a hospital right there, and that was maybe...
Is that the closest one? You don't know. You just saw one, which is good, and you paid attention, you observed, so that helped. You can see how all this stuff applies to everything. But is it paranoid of me that whenever I travel, I get on Google and I'm basically on the plane and I look at the hotel and where I'm at and, hey, where's the closest ER to where I'm staying? And how many of you guys know about trauma levels at the hospitals and ER? What's the highest level? 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5? Go, answer. What? Why would 4 be? I would assume 1 or 5 would probably be. 1 is, level 1. They can basically do everything. But if it's a 10-minute drive to a level 1 or a 2-minute drive to a level 2, but most people don't even know the difference what a trauma center is, right? A lot of guys never even heard that. Learn that stuff. Teaching pickup boot camps and seminars and all that shit. One of my guys at one of the seminar had an epileptic seizure. He didn't tell any of us about that beforehand. And I had just run out and my other coaches and stuff were around and someone else had to actually help out and he didn't tell anyone about his medical concerns. And all of a sudden, some guy sees him on the ground shaking. If you guys have seen a seizure, an epileptic go into seizure, not pretty. And so this guy who's never dealt with anything like that kind of freaked out, but he totally stepped up. Since then, he's done all this first aid training and stuff. He said some of the most valuable, most helpful things he ever learned in his life. So highly recommend all that. But right there, if you're out traveling, maybe not now, but 10 years from now with your family and kids, and all of a sudden something happens, I don't want to say about an alligator attack, but something happens in Florida, and you've got to get them somewhere safe. Wouldn't it be nice if you had that bookmarked in your phone already and you could hit favorites, boom, and you already got GPS direction to get there? Is that paranoid? I mean, if any of you guys needed it right now, we could go outside, get a car, I could be navigator, I can get you guys to safety. So part of me being a man is being able to protect myself and my loved ones. I love you guys all at least that much right now because you guys came here. Steve, I love Steve a lot more. But what about where you live? The police departments that cover you, like I was talking about 2 weeks worth of food. What about medications? How many of you guys take medicine? If you guys need it to function, do you have a supply? Because what happens if all of a sudden CVS runs out? I just had to deal with that a little bit ago. Sam's Club, they're like, oh yeah, we can't get it anymore. Had to go somewhere else and get it. Luckily, I was able to, but certain medicines people need to survive, insulin, stuff like that. What if shit happens? What if there's a natural disaster? What if you lived in Louisiana or Jersey when there's the hurricanes and stuff? Boom, that's all it takes. Nothing crazy. It doesn't have to be a zombie apocalypse. It could just be a normal natural disaster. Right now in California, crazy forest fires. People are being evacuated. They're already saying in I think Michigan now, but also Florida, the algae blooms are supposed to be coming up again. So instantly all the water's not gonna be drinkable. So this isn't, I'm not like some paranoid crazy guy who's like, this is like end of the world, doomsday shit. Oh, I just played the new Doom on PS4 too. That's pretty fucking awesome. But I'm not like, I like being like that guy, but I'm not some end of the world guy thinking about that. This is just normal basic shit that's on the news all the time. So how many of you guys have a first aid kit at home? Good. How many have one in the car? I spend a lot of time in my car driving and stuff. And even if I don't need it, what about pulling over and helping someone else who might need it too? I've done that. So gas, keep a little gas. I have a snowblower, so I went and got a bigger gas tank for that, but also some for my car in case I needed it for emergencies. Because we live up in the mountains, and just the other day there was a car accident on the freeway, 5-hour delay going down the 17 just to get in and out of town. So what if that happened and it was worse than that? What if there was an earthquake in northern Arizona, Page, like the road sheared, and it was just shut down for months. So you had like hours long the other way to get around. So this isn't like crazy paranoid stuff. This is just, I mean, to me, common sense shit. But common sense isn't so common. So anyways, I already mentioned the heater story, guns and ammo. I mean, one of my buddies who's a Phoenix cop who's been like in tons and tons of shootings, when Y2K was going down, he stocked up on guns and ammo. And one of the other cops was like, why, man? Why didn't you get any food and water or anything? And he goes, well, if my kids don't have food and your kids do, am I going to let that happen? He's like, I stocked up on guns and ammo because I can get what I need. And the other cops were like, fuck, that's fucked up. But he's right. And the important thing is, even if you guys don't think like that, Are other people going to think like that? I mean, even though, like I said, Walking Dead sucks, are there other people that are the scavengers, the people going out there and attacking and trying to, yeah, that's the way it is. How many places around the world right this second does shit like that exist? This isn't just made up shit. We're in a cool place right now, but that's not reality.